Hi, this is Garvey Campbell, and you are watching Carnival 24. Coming up, the St Thomas Virtual Carnival exceeds expectations. Motto contributes towards the fight against COVID-19. Caribbean Airlines helps to supply essential goods in the Caribbean. New Orleans jazz band Galactic performs an adaption of Wash Your Hands by Roaring Lion. Senegal produces a $1 COVID-19 testing kit. And the Grenadian movie Misbehavior goes digital. Keep watching. We hope you enjoy this week's show. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and if you'd like to see next week's stories today, then make sure you subscribe to the Carnival 24 YouTube page, where we release these videos a week early each and every week. And click on the little bell icon to make sure you don't miss any of our shows in future. And also, if you've been following us on Facebook or our website, you'll have seen 2 of our posts that are tracking COVID-19 statistics in Latin America and the Caribbean. This seems to have been useful to many of you, so if you haven't seen it yet, head over to carnivalnetwork.co.uk to find it, and we'll leave links in the description box if you want to check it out after watching our latest update. And now, on with the show. While the cancellation of the St Thomas Carnival was an unfortunate outcome of the current pandemic, the St Thomas Virtual Carnival that replaced it has proven to be a fantastic decision. The St Thomas Carnival is one of the carnivals that takes place each year in the United States Virgin Islands. However, the decision to postpone the carnival till next year was made as a result of the global pandemic. Like most islands in the Caribbean, the USVI economy is highly dependent on visitors from abroad, with 30% of their GDP coming from tourism. In October, the USVI Division of Festivals invested in a big promotional campaign in order to market their carnivals to the public in an effort to invite tourists to visit and participate in one of their annual festivals. While the carnival in St Croix that took place earlier this year in January was a massive success, their next carnival in St Thomas looked as though it would be a complete loss because of the pandemic. However, by taking the St Thomas Carnival online as a virtual carnival with music, live performances, Zumba fitness classes and more, the USVI Division of Festivals have earned approximately $1 million worth of online coverage. Ian Turnbull, the director of USVI Festivals, called the virtual carnival priceless, and also said the online presence enabled the division to share important public health messages to residents and potential visitors of the territory. The virtual carnival began on March the 28th, but was extended as a result of its early success up until May the 2nd, and can still be found now by searching on Facebook for Virtual Carnival. The USVI Commissioner of Tourism, Joseph Busholt, said, "Our virtual carnival is a wonderful and timely opportunity to give back to our community." And he closed by saying that the online series demonstrates the creativity and culture of the United States Virgin Islands. As the COVID-19 virus continues to put the brakes on the entertainment industry, the St Lucian music artist Motto is spending his time providing support to his fellow St Lucians. The St Lucian Cultural Ambassador, Motto, from Team Fox Music, alongside his management team, have combined efforts to provide some support to 2 of St Lucia's disaster management organisations. The National Emergency Management Organisation and the Vieux-Fort North Disaster Committee recently received over 7,000 bottles of water, sent by Motto as a donation for people in his home country. The bottles are expected to be distributed to families most affected by the country's economic downturn, the island-wide lockdown and social distancing. Motto was also part of a coronavirus public service announcement project directed by the St Lucian Government and Stratosphere Music. The collaboration produced a song titled Better, which featured for the first time ever Motto, Tedderson John, Ricky T, Arthur Allen and Freezy, which shared a message that better days are coming to St Lucia soon. Currently living in Brooklyn, Motto explained the experience of COVID-19 in New York is disturbing, with overcrowded hospitals and a continuously rising death toll. As a result of his own experience in the USA and seeing the problems that the pandemic can cause, Motto has advised St Lucians, especially teenagers and young adults, to continue to obey the various international and local laws and protocols put in place by the St Lucian government, as these are currently the only means of battling the global pandemic and keeping St Lucia free of the COVID-19 virus. Caribbean Airlines is introducing new services to support supply chains within the Caribbean region. The airline launched this new option to meet the growing demand for cargo uplift to a number of Caribbean islands, which now have reduced cargo capacity due to aircraft border closures put in place to limit the spread of the pandemic. Caribbean Airlines will utilise their fleet of Boeing 737-800s and ATR-72 aircraft, offering up to £18,000 allocated for the movement of essential goods across the Caribbean. Destinations that will be served by the new service includes, but is not limited to, Antigua, Barbados, Curacao, Grenada, Guyana, Jamaica, Nassau in the Bahamas, St Lucia, St Martin, St Vincent, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. Charter flights will be subject to the regulatory approvals of each jurisdiction and airport. The airline also continues to operate its scheduled 767 freighter flights, offering up to £120,000 of cargo capacity to and from its hub in Miami. Markland Mosley, General Manager of Cargo and New Business Development for Caribbean Airlines, commented by saying, "In these unprecedented times, our cargo operations are crucial to securing the urgent supply of essential goods within the Caribbean. We'll continue to adapt our business in order to meet the evolving needs of our valued customers." Since the pandemic began, the jazz band Galactic has used the lockdown to record their own version of Roaring Lion's classic song, Wash Your Hands and Clean Your Fingernails. Roaring Lion was a calypsonian from Trinidad. His 65-year career began in the early 1930s, and he's known as one of the calypso pioneers who helped to take calypso international. Many people in New Orleans claim that New Orleans is the most northern end of the Caribbean, and as a result, many traditional jazz artists have been using classic calypso songs for inspiration and ideas for their music, as both genres of music have the same African origins. Continuing this trend, the jazz band Galactic has released a new performance video showing their adaptation of the 1930s calypso song, Wash Your Hands and Clean Your Fingernails. And on the song, recorded using Zoom, they've included Ivan Neville, David Shaw of the Revivalists, Mike Dillon, Charlie Tuna, and others to spice up the performance. As well as providing good advice in an entertaining way for people stuck indoors, the video was also created to benefit their Tippett Foundation, which was created to support and promote the future of the music scene in the Gulf South area of New Orleans, and support the local culture and heritage via the Tippettinas venue and brand. In a statement regarding the performance, Galactic said, "The video is to benefit our Tippett Foundation, and we're honoured by the representation from some of New Orleans' finest talent, musicians, chefs, and artists, such as Troy Trombone Shorty Andrews and Orleans Avenue, Anders Osborne, Erica Falls, Papa Marley, and James Singleton." The band went on to thank Steve Kelly for video production, Andrew Campanelli for COVID-19 adapted lyrics, and the music, which was produced and mixed by Robert Mercurio. The song can be found now on YouTube by searching for Galactic, Wash Your Hands. In Senegal, the laboratory has used its unique experience to develop a $1 COVID-19 testing kit. The Institut Pasteur in Senegal is at the forefront of Africa's response to containing the spread of COVID-19 across the continent. One of the biggest challenges many countries battling the pandemic have faced has been adequate testing of its citizens to gain accurate numbers of the amount of people who are carrying the virus. One of the biggest challenges, aside from the logistics of carrying out the testing, has been the cost. However, the Institute has solved this problem. The Institute, that understood the transmission of Zika and Ebola virus years before the viruses became a global problem, have created COVID-19 testing kits at a fraction of the cost that many countries have had to pay for their own testing kits. The Institute says sharing their knowledge, research and expertise is essential when it comes to preventing the spread of coronavirus, and the use of specially developed suitcase laboratories and mobile units have supported a rapid response to the virus that has meant that the African continent is not relying on Western countries to deal with the impact of the pandemic. Currently, the increase of COVID-19 cases in Senegal is lower than many other countries, and they credit their success to the knowledge they've gained through experience by dealing with the Ebola virus, and also their goal of ensuring that any diseases or viruses that emerge in Africa in future are contained and controlled in order to ensure the rest of the world is safe. This has meant that although this current virus has originated from outside Africa, they're in a good position to deal with the virus and detect it quickly through the use of their testing kits. Just 1 month after the star-studded world premiere of Misbehavior in London, the movie is now available on digital video on demand platforms. Pure Grenada, the tourism authority of Grenada, has heralded the movie for its portrayal of a defining moment in history, the crowning of Jennifer Hoston, the first woman of colour as Miss World. Jennifer Hoston was born in Grenada in 1947 and was a flight attendant for BWIA, which is now Caribbean Airlines. When she took a leave of absence to compete in Miss World, the beauty competition was the most watched TV show on the planet, and in 1970 was hosted by US comedy legend Bob Hope. The London premiere of Misbehavior was held on March the 9th and was attended by Head of Affairs for the Grenada High Commission London, Samuel Sandy, and Mrs. Melissa Bihari. Mary McQueen and Deborah McQueen, the mother and sister of artist, director and screenwriter Steve McQueen, Suzanne Gaywood, OBE, former designer of gold medal awarded Grenada exhibits at RHS Chelsea Flower Show, among other specially invited guests. Pathé Film Studios announced that because the UK cinema release of Misbehavior was cut short by the COVID-19 crisis, the film is being made available to watch at home 3 months ahead of schedule. Grenada Tourism Authority Chief Executive Officer Patricia Mayer said, "Misbehavior depicts a chapter of Jennifer's story that exemplifies her groundbreaking life as she helped to put Grenada on the map 50 years ago. I invite you all to take the time to view this remarkable story while you're at home and staying safe, and we look forward to showing this film in Grenada when we can again gather socially." The comedy drama, in which Grenada is mentioned throughout, ends with a fitting tribute from the Mighty Sparrow to Cousin Jennifer, Miss World 1970. So, those are our news stories for this week, and this week's tune of the week is I Am 592 by Vanilla from Guyana. Vanilla began her music career in 2005 and won her first competition during Mashramani 2007, where she won the Roadmark competition, beating the reigning Soca monarch that year. And in 2010 she won the title of Queen of the Road for the third time, making her the only female artist in Guyana to be a 3-time Queen of the Road winner. We love this tune and we know you all too. This is Garvey Campbell, and you have been watching Carnival 24. We'll see you next time.
Hey, it's your girl Vanilla, Rainy Road March Queen of Guyana, telling you to keep it locked and loaded to Carnevale Network. Check it out, it's hot, hot, hot.